What's going on? It's your boy Sheiv the Wise. It's time for our episode 6 watch party of the Bad Batch. And the episode title is Tribe. Let's go! I am hyped for tonight's episode, and I think it's gonna be one for the books. Let's get this thing going. Let's preview it before we get into the episode that should be dropping in the next 30 minutes. Let's do it. Oh, I'm already on here. Hello, everyone. Was I already on this? That's pretty funny. Welcome into the lair. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. Much love to the Vader's Lair fam. Make sure to smash that like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And welcome to the channel. Let's talk about episode 6 of the Bad Batch here before our watch party gets going. And the title is Tribe. The first place my brain goes to when I hear Tribe as the title of episode 6 is Kashyyyk and the tribe of Wookiees. That's what I would think of. Just because mainly in the Bad Batch Season 2 trailers, we do see Gungi. We see Gungi. What is going on? Mike, stop doing this. Stop it. We see Gungi. Now, tribe could be many things. There are many meanings to a lot of the titles of the Bad Batch and many of Star Wars shows, as double entendres usually go along with those titles. So I do think that the tribe tonight is going to be Kashyyyk. It's going to be a tribe of Wookiees. However, it could have a double entendre meaning. It could also be Omega's tribe within the Bad Batch, kind of seeing how the Wookiees look after each other in the tribe, just like the Bad Batch and Omega look after each other in a lot of ways too, as we've kind of seen throughout the first couple of seasons here of the Bad Batch, that in a lot of ways, yes, the Bad Batch are teaching Omega, but Omega is also teaching the Bad Batch. So they got their own little tribe going, and I think it kind of goes hand in hand with the name. And again, I think tonight we're going to Kashyyyk. I think we're going to see the Wookiees, and I am hyped for it. After a long await, it's finally time for the return of everyone's favorite Jedi Wookiee from the Clone Wars. Because there are other Jedi Wookiees. Not Burya. No, it's time for Gungi to return. And I think it's going to be a great episode involving him. There were a lot of people earlier in our preview stream speculating maybe, just maybe, that we're going to see the Bad Batch rescue Gungi from the Jedi Temple. But I'm not sure that's what I subscribe with. I honestly think Gungi is probably going to be in hiding on Kashyyyk somewhere. And he's going to be willing to help his people, of course. I'm sure he went back to Kashyyyk just for that very reason. Heck, there was a big old war going on Kashyyyk right as Order 66 was executed, so who knows? Maybe he was there along with Yoda and some of the other Jedi Masters protecting Kashyyyk at the time. But I do think he's going to be on Kashyyyk. He's probably going to be in hiding. Star Wars Obsession earlier, my good buddy, if you haven't seen his channel, go check him out. But he was reminding me that in the trailers, we do see Gungi actually use the Force to retrieve his lightsaber, so he doesn't have his lightsaber at some point in the episode that we're going to see him. Or he gets captured by the Empire and they take his lightsaber. So I do think he could be in hiding, and that's one of the main reasons I think he could be in hiding. But I do think the Bad Batch are going to go to Kashyyyk. I think it could be possible they get kind of hired to help out either the Wookiees, or our good buddy Baymax in the last stream said that he thinks that Sid is going to hire the Bad Batch to basically help Trandoshans kidnap Wookiees. Except they might not know that that's what they're being hired for. And when they go to Kashyyyk to go help the Trandoshans, they might end up realizing what's really going on. How the Trandoshans and the Wookiees have had a rivalry for a long time, and they're actually enslaving the Wookiees to do the Empire's bidding. I think that could be really how this goes. That would be pretty mind-boggling if that's what happens. It would be pretty crazy. Young Chewbacca as a Jedi Knight, dude. That's basically what Gungi is. You said it, Anakin. Don says, I'm not that kind of mod. No. Do it. It's all good, Don. Hey, accidents happen all the time. Welcome back in, Jedi Mike. Good to see you guys in the chat. Mando Mike, good to see you, my friend. Sabersmith, good to see you a while. He said I subbed a while ago. You rock, Sheiv. Much love, my man. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Star Wars MCU OG. Welcome into the chat, my friend. I hope you're having a fantastic night. He says, can't wait to see this episode. Pre-gaming now. Let's go. I definitely had to pre-game with some coffee. Because last week I fell asleep and missed our watch party. But this is not going to be a watch party I miss. This is not going to be a watch party I miss because I think we're going to Kashyyyk. Luis, welcome into the chat, my friend. Hello there. General Kenobi. Is that you? Obi-Wan the homie. There he is. I've been hyped to see Gungi once again ever since seeing him at Star Wars Celebration. Me too, bro. I was in that panel alongside you wearing the same jacket. Clone Force 99, here we are. Dude, the amount of hype in that room when we saw Gungi, it was too real, man. It was over the freaking moon. And I can't wait to see the Star Wars fans' reactions tonight when we see him once again in a full episode, man. It's going to be so good. Star Wars MCU OG says, I love the Clone Wars episodes about the Padawans with Gungi. Me too, man. Seeing The Gathering and all those other kind of episodes where we see the process of Jedi younglings getting their lightsaber crystal for the very first time. It was something amazing to see in Clone Wars. And now having one of those characters return in the Bad Batch in an era of the Empire. Dude, this is going to be... It's going to be crazy. I will say, Corey Van Dyke on Twitter earlier today, he used to be a part of Kessel Run's Transmission, a YouTube channel, kind of popular Star Wars YouTube channel. They're pretty cool dudes. But Corey basically had access to the first 14 episodes and said, tonight's episode is going to be a huge payoff for fans of the Clone Wars, and it's going to be basically kind of epic. I'm paraphrasing here, but it's gonna be epic. I can't wait for tonight, and I can't wait to see Gungi. I hope he doesn't die. He probably will. Let's be real. If they brought back Gungi just for him to die, that would be messed up. Dale says, I keep forgetting to print it to PDF. All fixed though. Do it. Lit. Yes, Don. It is very lit. So let's talk about this episode a little bit more here, because we have another like 20 minutes. Another 20 minutes. So one of my biggest questions of the day, whether it was hanging out with Star Wars Obsession earlier in our preview stream, one of my biggest questions is, will we see some of the other Jedi, the other younglings from that Gathering episode? Will we see any of them? Will we hear anything about them? Obviously, you know, Gungi speaks Shriwook, which is the language of the Wookiees. So I don't know if there's going to be any like translations for us. I'm sure there will be plenty of Shriwook tonight. If we even go to Kashyyyk. could be a whole bait and switch like Star Wars loves to do, you know. But I do think we will go to Kashyyyk, and you know, I'm not sure how it's exactly going to be conveyed about what happened to those younglings, if they even were with Gungi at the time. And if I'm being honest, my working theory at the moment is that he probably wasn't. He probably had a Jedi Master at that point by Order 66, and maybe even was separated from his master and went back to really the only home he would have known potentially outside of the Jedi Order, which would be on Kashyyyk. Yeah, I'll be mad, says Dale. I'll be mad too if Gungi dies. Don't do it. Don't try it. Mando Mike says, did you ever read Young Jedi Knights? There was a Jedi Wookiee named Lobaka? No, I haven't. I definitely heard of Lobaka before. I've never read those. I definitely got to go check them out, Mando Mike. And I mean, like I was saying earlier, one of my favorite other Jedi Wookiees that we know of is Buryaga from the High Republic. There's like a whole like couple of chapters dedicated to his perspective, the perspective of a Wookiee in the light of a Jedi, and I freaking love it. Star Wars MCU OG says, did he leave the order before Order 66 was executed? Hopefully we find out. If you're talking about Gungi, I don't believe he does. I don't believe he does. It's actually quite rare for Jedi to leave the order. So I don't think he would. Plus he's still fairly young in terms of Wookiee years. Who knows? Maybe he's like 100 years old. But he's still young in terms of Wookiee years. So I would imagine he was still part of the order, and we might even get a tragic backstory of him. Like, I mean, I don't think we've seen too many flashbacks in animation for Star Wars, but flashbacks have become more and more a recurring theme under the Disney era, and especially since like The Last Jedi and different things. So definitely possible that we do get some sort of flashback showing us what happened to Gungi during Order 66. We've already seen that in Mando, or really the Book of Boba Fett, when Luke Skywalker unlocks Grogu's memories of Order 66. So maybe Buryaga is going to have to experience something similar. Or, I keep saying Buryaga now, it's Gungi. No! The episode's in like 18 minutes, Sheiv, come on! No, but for real, I do think Gungi's could have some sort of flashback like that to Order 66, but we've seen so much Order 66 in the past 4 years. Just stop doing it. Stop breaking our hearts every time, man. It hurts. It hurts. Dale says no. I think Gungi was on a mission or something. Me too. I think he did probably have his own Jedi Master at that point. Star Wars MCU OG says, did he leave the... Oh, yes, I read that one. I don't think he left the order. I do not. So, what else could we potentially see tonight? Well, the Bad Batch actually had an unfinished Clone Wars arc where they ended up going to Kashyyyk and helping the Wookiees fight against Trandoshans, I believe. Or the Separatists. I honestly don't remember. I do think it could have been Trandoshans, though. And it's actually highly possible that this episode we see tonight of the Bad Batch is basically adapted from an unfinished Clone Wars episode. I think it would be so cool if that's what ends up happening. Maybe Dave and George already had the plan for the Bad Batch show back when they were doing the Clone Wars, and then the whole Disney transition happened. I don't really know, but I do think that they're gonna carry a lot of that stuff from the unfinished Clone Wars arc into this episode, along with the Wookiees fighting Trandoshans potentially, as well as these giant spirit Kashyyyk bantha monster things that the Wookiees are like spirit force animals alongside. Like they're basically these giant Kashyyyk banthas that the Wookiees are friends with and ride, I believe. So I think it's possible we see them. I think they end up messing up the Empire or Trandoshans or whoever the enemy is in this episode. I think it's gonna be crazy. So the thing earlier that Baymax came up with that whole Trandoshan theory of Sid kind of having them hired by the Trandoshans is the fact that Sid's a Trandoshan. She's probably not too big of a fan of the Wookiees. I mean, even in the Book of Boba Fett, we see Black Chrysanthemum ripping off limbs of the Trandoshans. I mean, not to worry, because their limbs do regrow. But I mean, I think we could see something like that. Dale Erman says there are 3 other Jedi with Tara and good. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not gonna read that. Please keep the spoilers out of the chat. Omi Wanda Omi says the other character from the Padawan clone episode was Huyang. Oh, dude, I forgot about Huyang, because it wasn't just an episode of the Clone Wars that basically follows Gungi. It was a whole arc. It was a great arc. But yeah, Huyang, the lightsaber droid, and it looks like the droid is coming back in Ahsoka. Yeah, in the one little snippet that we did see at Star Wars Celebration last year of Ahsoka, we did see Huyang, it looked like. So there you go. Maybe we could see Huyang at some point. The Sabersmith says Cantoni is one, I think. I don't know. It hurts. Indeed. Alright. Where was I? Talking about the Wookiees. Talking about the Trandoshans. Talking about Sid. I will say, not this past episode where we went on a crazy adventure with Fiji Noah, which I thought was pretty cool, getting the whole Indiana Jones vibe from Bad Batch. I really liked that last episode. But 2 episodes ago, in the episode titled Faster, we kind of got it hinted that, once again, Sid's not really the most trustworthy character in this show. So it's possible at some point she's going to betray the Bad Batch. And I think tonight's episode, if she ends up being hired by the Trandoshans to send the Bad Batch out to help them capture some Wookiees or fight against the Wookiees, it could be possible the Bad Batch and Sid start to have a little bit of a split based on what was kind of set up in the first season and 2 episodes ago. And I think it's possible the Bad Batch could be like, yo, what they're doing to the Wookiees, that ain't right. You know what I mean? And they're going to end up helping them out and choosing sides and sticking with the Wookiee side, which could end up making Sid a little upset. You know what I mean? And kind of splitting down their friendship. And if that's possible, next week's episodes, because there's going to be 2, episodes 7 and 8 are the mid-season finale of the Bad Batch season 2. What if tonight's episode leads to that, kind of a confrontation with Sid, where the two are like, you know, kind of not seeing eye to eye with the Bad Batch and Sid. And at the end of the episode, Rex calls the Bad Batch and is like, yo, I need your help. We got to help out my brother Cody. We got to get him out. And then, of course, one of the next 2 episodes is titled The Clone Conspiracy, which is almost a direct nod to the titles of the episodes with Fives, when he kind of is starting to figure out the clone conspiracy as well. What up, RF Gaming? Good to see you in the chat, my friend. Sabersmith says, one of the Jedi Padawan. Yes. Yes. RF Gaming says, greeting fellow Bad Batchers. What's up, Shrub the One? Yo, for those of you guys that don't know, and the Star Wars Santa predictions, if you guys follow Star Wars Santa, my good buddy, he does these basically predictions for the Bad Batch and all the new Star Wars shows that drop. And I think at the start of the Bad Batch or during the Andor show, I really can't remember now, I'm basically filling out my predictions, and the first question he has is, what's your name? It's such a hard question. But I'm typing in Sheiv the Wise, and apparently it is a hard question because my autocorrects Sheiv the Wise to Shrub the Wise. So I will forever be known as Shrub the Wise by Star Wars Santa and the Star Wars Santa community. Star Wars MCU OG says Omega loses it and pummels Sid. Dude, that would be crazy. I mean, I feel like the one character that Sid would have a hard time betraying on the Bad Batch is Omega, because they do have kind of a little bit of a bond. But it's possible Omega, pummels Sid. Dale says, poor Mike got put in timeout at the beginning of the show. I know, man. I know. It was all, it wasn't Dawn's fault. It wasn't Dawn's fault. We blame our droid for that. That's Stubby's fault. If you guys don't remember Stubby, that's the droid that kind of replaces R2 in the Clone Wars for a little bit. He's such a bunghole, that Stubby. But we love him. We love him. He runs all the streams here. He's a good little droid. He just, whenever something happens, it's always Stubby's fault. It's always Stubby's fault. You're good, Dawn. Welcome in, anybody that's just coming in. We are about 9 minutes, really 10 minutes, from the Bad Batch dropping. Let's go! Sabersmith says, okay, here are the Jedi. Oh, no. Keep that out of the chat, my man. Keep that. Wait. You're talking about the Jedi younglings from The Gathering. Okay. So, Sabersmith is reminding us of the names of the Jedi younglings during the Gathering episodes of the Clone Wars, the episodes where younglings are gathering their Jedi crystals or their Kyber crystals for the very first time. So the names of the young Jedi are Biff, Gungi, Gungi, our nice little Wookiee friend, Katuni, Petro, and Zat. And Zat. So Biff, Gungi, Gungi, Katuni, Petro, and Zat. Commander Gree, reporting for duty, sir. Welcome into the chat. I hope you're doing well. He says we talk about Padme was killed in Mustafar. Here? Behind me? I mean, technically, she didn't die till she got to wherever she gave birth, but sorta. Her heart broke on Mustafar. You're breaking my heart. Dawn says, I need 12 peeps to mash that like or everybody is in timeout. Do it. She already put Jedi Mike in timeout at the beginning of the stream, so you guys better smash that like button. RF Gaming Channel says, I think the Sid stuff is going to be a swerve. It'll look like she's doing bad, but she never actually crossed the Bad Batch. But the Batch believing that she could puts a rift between them. Definitely, the fact that they've already been told by kind of her rival that she's not to be trusted. Maybe she is to be trusted, but now that seed has been planted in their mind, or at least in Tech and Wrecker's mind, potentially in Omega's mind, maybe they're gonna think about that and make a decision that really isn't fair to Sid. I mean, I do think she's a little bit untrustworthy, or at least they've been kind of portraying her that way. But there is a chance that she's trying to do the right thing. And again, maybe she just doesn't like Wookiees. I don't know. Dale says you were just defending her. Thrown under the bus, just like Mace Windu. Yeah, Mace Windu threw Dooku under the bus for sure. You know what I mean? Bus driving. Battle of the Heroes has begun. You said it. Alright, I'm gonna pull up my Disney Plus because we have about 7 minutes. If you guys are new to the channel, first of all, a big welcome to you. Make sure to smash that like button and subscribe as you enter. The way we do these watch parties is that I basically I throw up a timer right up here around this area, and as we start the episode, the timer is going to be put on the screen. You guys can sync up the episode as we go and watch along for our live reaction and comment as we watch it together. It's a watch party. So that's how we do it here, though. I can't legally play the episode or I would get in trouble with the Disney. Ho ho ho, don't do that, Sheiv. You're gonna get in trouble. Ho ho. Yeah, so definitely can't play the episode for you guys, but we are going to watch along. What is happening? Disney Plus. Log me in. Alright, here we go. So the episode is dropping in 6 minutes. And just a reminder for anybody that didn't know, 6 minutes is also Wakanda Forever's official release date. Or release on Disney Plus. It is coming out on February 1st, which is in about 6 minutes for me. So, alongside Bad Batch's episode tonight, Wakanda Forever is finally dropping on Disney Plus as well. I'm excited to watch that again. It's a good movie, man. It's a really good movie. 6 minutes, let's go. It's now 5 minutes. Saber Smith says, yes, I'm so excited to see it. Yeah, me too, man. Me too. 5, 4, 3, 2. I'm just kidding. Alright, Bad Batch. I got it pulled up. I'm going to make sure our timer is ready to go. We will be starting the episode probably as soon as it drops. So be on the lookout here because it should be coming out in the next 5 minutes. And we're going to do it. Alrighty here. Got my timer ready to go. And we are officially ready for episode 6 of the Bad Batch titled Tribe. Let's go! Alright. Any last predictions that you guys have for the episode, go ahead and put them in the chat. And I will give my final predictions here now. 4 minutes left. I think we could see Inquisitors. I don't know for sure. I don't know if the Bad Batch is going to get that crazy at this point. It's like, just a couple 6 episodes into the second season. But the Inquisitors are roaming around at this time. And the fact that Gungi and potentially other Jedi characters I was talking about earlier, like, how crazy would it be if Gungi's master ended up being Buryaga, the other Wookiee Jedi I was talking about from the High Republic? I mean, Wookiees live up to 400 to 600 years, so I mean, who knows? We could see a number of Jedi, like I said, maybe even the Jedi younglings that Gungi was friends with. And wherever there's Jedi, usually in this time period, there could be Inquisitors. So I'm a little bit worried that maybe we see some Inquisitors. If it's Trandoshans, probably not. But that is just a long shot theory I wanted to throw out there before we go. And then to give another long shot theory, one that I kind of liked earlier in my stream. If it's not the whole Trandoshan Sid route, where the Trandoshans kind of hit up Sid like, we need some help taking out these Wookiees. What if Gungi is the son of Tarful, the leader of the Kashyyyk Wookiees, basically? That would be crazy to me if Gungi ends up being his son. But maybe Gungi is at the temple still, or gets captured by the Empire, and he gets the Bad Batch is hired through Sid to basically get paid all this money from the Wookiees to help save Gungi. I think that would be cool. I think it would be cool if there's a connection between Gungi and Tarful or Chewbacca or something. Mando Mike says, isn't it too early for Inquisitors? Would be cool to see them created. It's not. It's not actually. The actual creation of the Inquisitors happens during the Clone Wars, really. It's literally like, so the very first Inquisitor is actually the Grand Inquisitor that we see in Star Wars Rebels and in the Kenobi show. And yes, 2 minutes. And basically, as soon as Order 66 happens, Palpatine was already talking to a few Jedi who didn't see eye to eye with the Jedi Order. And the big working theory from the comics and everything is that one of the Jedi Temple guards that basically saw the whole Ahsoka incident mishap, where she basically, at the end of the Clone Wars, Ahsoka is framed for this Jedi Temple bombing that happens. The Jedi Order really thought Ahsoka bombed the temple. Psychos. Why would she do that? Come on, think about it. But basically, there's these Jedi Temple guards that saw this happen and, were basically holding Ahsoka captive and all this stuff. And the theory is that one of those Jedi Temple guards was the Grand Inquisitor. He saw how dirty they did Ahsoka. Palpatine reached out to him and was like, yo, you want to join the dark side? And then, the Inquisitor guy's like, oh, yes, I would love to. He was, what I'm saying? Like, basically, he wasn't down with the Jedi Order. Palpatine basically, did his little manipulation to get all of these Inquisitor dudes into his Inquisitorious program as soon as possible. We do know it, like, basically as soon as Order 66 happened, the Grand Inquisitor was already becoming an Inquisitor. He was already a thing. Very early on, the Inquisitors are around. Sabersmith says, one thing we know for sure, it will be visually stunning. That is definitely true. And here we go. It is midnight. I'm going to pull up the episode. The hype is real. Let's go. Alright, season 2 is pulled up. I gotta refresh. Yes, my master. No, that's season 1. Episode 6, Tribe, and there's Wookiees on it. Let's go. Okay, the episode is 28 minutes. The Bad Batch helps bring a new friend home. Yo, what? So maybe he does get rescued. Maybe it's Gungi that gets rescued. Alright. Let's turn down the music. Let's get this episode rolling. Everybody pull it up. Pull up the episode. Pause it at 0 seconds. And let's do it. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right, let us begin in the next 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do it. Oh, no, wait. Oh, okay, mine just started. That's okay. The delay will help you guys. Do it. Oh, mine stopped playing now. Great. Now my Disney Plus is lagging. No! What's happening? Everybody's trying to watch this episode, right? Is this happening to anybody else? My Disney Plus is tripping out. I gotta refresh. I'm so sorry. This is... Okay. Just started right now. Sam Madden, welcome to the chat. Darth Lance, good to see you too. Dale Erman says, I'll be mad if Baymax threw me off. Let him know if you see him. I will, Dale. I will. I'll be mad too. I'll be mad too. Palps was just preying on all the young Jedi. He always has been. He's a little bit of a predator, you know what I mean? Epic fail on the watch party today. Tribe. Let's go! I can't wait for this episode, man. Oh, they're already flying. So maybe they've taken the mission already? Interesting. Visually stunning is damn right. The Marauder's looking great. Hired by Sid. All right, let's go. So far, so good. Looks so good. It does, right? I thought the same thing as soon as it started, OG. So, epic fail on the start of that. Let's get this going, though. All these droids that look crazy. Forgeries? I don't know what's happening. They really just threw us into this episode. Uh-oh. Tech and Omega staying with the ship. There's something off about this. Wookiee house? The Wookiees are trapped. Maybe they have Gungi. Oh my god. Has Omega ever seen a horror movie? Never leave the ship. Yeah, for real though. For real though, RF. I'm at about 2 minutes 50 seconds. It is Gungi! Yes! Yes! Welcome back, my friend! Yeah! He looks so beast! Let's go! Way to go, Omega. Of course she makes friends with Gungi. Let's go! So good to see him again, man. This is awesome. He got a little bigger. Just a little bigger. At least I think he got a little bit. He got a little bigger. Wookiees are big. Wookiees are big. This is gonna be epic. Uh-oh. Oh, dang, Gungi! Hey, he can take care of himself. He's looking for his lightsaber. Oh, he doesn't like clones. Gungi's like, hell no. Help her, Echo. This is literally what you want to do, Echo. I know you're worried more about the clones, but the Jedi you should be helping too. Come on. Someone dies. Well, a droid. Please tell Star Wars Santa that, Dale. I'm sure there will be other people that die in this episode, though, which is crazy. Yeah. Yep. Oh. I wonder if these droids are like hunter droids. Omega's the GOAT! Heck yeah, man. Who's your buyer? Yes! He found his lightsaber! Omega's seeing him. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Let's go! Lightsaber action! It's been so long! Dude, this is awesome! That's my best rework. I'm sorry. Are there others on the ship? You can help them, my friend. Oh, this is so cool that the Bad Batch rescue him. Let's go! Way to go, Omega! Yeah! Bad Batch always up for crushing droids, of course. He doesn't like the clones. Yep. Facts. We did not follow that order. I like the Star Wars foods, like, trays. They're always so funny. He's like, I'll eat. The fact that Omega saved Gungi makes her even more badass. You're telling me, Obi-Wan. Most impressive. My name Gungi. So they have been I wonder if they're like making the unfinished Clone Wars arc canon. They've been there. Please say you've been there. Impressive. Most impressive. Yep, so they are confirming. Been a while since we've been to Kashyyyk. Let's go! The unfinished Clone Wars arc is canon. But it probably won't be the same story then. That's awesome, man. That's so awesome. He's definitely hungry, but not a pig about it. No, no. Hell yeah, man. This is so cool. Kashyyyk! Does this mean that I'm gonna get Star Wars Santa's prediction wrong because they've been there before? I'm so dead. It is a new planet to animation as far as I understand. I think. I mean, we've seen Kashyyyk plenty of times, but giant spiders? I said that they wouldn't fight a giant monster. I'm dumb. Wreckers wrecking these. Oh my god, giant monster. Of course the Bad Batch fight a giant monster. Wait, they don't fight it. Yes, they don't fight it. Oh, don't pose the threat, guys. Come on. Help me out with my predictions. Yeah, Wrecker was wrecking those cobwebs. I'd say that counts. Yes, they didn't fight him. I love this episode so far, man. Oh, Kashyyyk is beautiful. Although there's fires everywhere. The music, though. Kiner Brothers, you guys are crazy. Something Star Wars Santa pointed out to me today when I was watching his stream. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but each episode, the Bad Batch have added more colors to their armor. Each episode. I didn't even notice. But if you look, I definitely noticed more color on them this episode than I have in any of the previous ones. Poor Gungi. Damn it. The Empire's awful. Oh. Omega's the GOAT, man. I like how Gungi has this one little tooth that sticks out. It's cute. Trandoshans. So it is similar. Imperial tanks. Oh, Baymax. Well, that's an interesting looking Trandoshan. I guess they do come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. Ooh, they're burning Kashyyyk. Sorry for the ear burst. Ow. Savage. Oh, yes. Show me what you got, Gungi. Way to go, Bad Batch. Let's go, Gungi. Oh, it looks... The animation's so good. Alright, Gungi's my favorite Wookiee ever. Let's be real. Oh, come on. Oh, what a team. Gungi and Omega, let's go! I wish he would just join up with them or something. That would be so cool. Day. Tradition scum. Hunter's got the dual DL. So, oh, they all do. No, not Kashyyyk. I wonder how old Gungi is at this point. Are they gonna have to fight a monster after all? Of course. Something bigger. Oh, hopefully it's the tribe. Oh, there's the monsters! Yo, the spirit animals! Yes! Yes! Those things are so cool. That's like the exact picture from the Unfinished Clone Wars arc, dude. Let's go. That's sick. Omi-Wan says, I love seeing Omega and Gungi fight side by side. These two kids are great. Right? Look at this tribe of Wookiees, too. This is so cool. I hope Gungi lives a long life. And in Wookiee time, that's a very long life. Yup. Gotta love the Bad Batch, man. I changed too many answers, Dale. I just put them in and said screw it, but I'm at the top of the leaderboard, so every point matters, you know? Dang, that dude's got a Wookiee pelt on his arm. Clones. Lightsaber marks. Oh, damn it. This is bad. This is very, very bad. Please protect Gungi. The Wookiees are like, yeah, this dude's cool. Of course they have. I wish I knew what they were saying. Shreewook. I'm getting chills, man. This is so cool. I freaking love the Bad Batch. We'll take all the allies we can get. Dang. I was hoping that line would be for the Clone Rebellion that I think is coming. Maybe not. The trees have a plan? Let's go! It's like Avatar! Oh, grenade! Using droid ships. Let's go! I hope they have bowcasters. Yeah, the spirit animals. Oh, they do! Let's go! This is amazing! I love their animals, dude. They're like giant tiger bantha things. I wonder what their actual names are. I gotta look it up after this. Oh! Let's go, Gungi! Yeah! My dude is kicking butt. Yo, he burnt his own dude. Trandoshans are wild. Wrecker. The trees have a plan. Yo, the giant monsters! I hope the Bad Batch don't fight them. Yeah, the trees always know what they're doing, man. No, come on, Omega, save him. This Trandoshan's ugly. You got this, Gungi! No! He's fine. Ah, he sliced it in half. What a guy! Gungi is the GOAT, bro. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! That was so cool! No, RF, he did not! Knowing Santa, he's gonna say that they fought monsters. They did not fight monsters. Praying mantis guys are baddies. Yeah, they are. Come here. Trust in the Force, Star Wars fans. You gotta put out the fire now. Oh, these midnight releases. So cool to see Gungi again. He's speaking true. Hell yeah. I don't know if you can get away from this war, my man. I just got chills at the end with that little noise the Kiners did there. What an episode, man. Created by Dave Filoni. Let's freaking go. Let me know what you guys thought down in the chat below of episode 6 of Star Wars The Bad Batch, titled Tribe. I loved this episode. An absolute 10 out of 10 for me. This is the exact reason I freaking love The Bad Batch. I freaking love The Bad Batch. This was so good, man. This was so good. I mean, I want more. That's always how I feel after a Bad Batch episode, especially when they're 28 minutes. But that was so good. How cool is it to see Gungi, and the fact Omega saves him? That was great. They even made reference to the Bad Batch having been to Kashyyyk already. And they adapted basically the unfinished Clone Wars episode into the episode that we basically saw tonight, with the Trandoshans trying to, capture the Wookiees. They even tried to say that the Empire gave them, parts to use, but the parts they used were separatist weapons. That just goes to show that this literally was repurposed for the Bad Batch. Wow, though. What a freaking episode, man. Let me know what you guys thought. Sabersmith says, great episode. Sam Madden in the chat said, felt like watching the Clone Wars. Was great. Love seeing lightsabers in animation. Me too. Especially now that the animation has got to this top tier level. It's some of the best animation I've ever seen. Seeing it now with Gungi, a Wookiee flying around with that green lightsaber, it was badass. Oh man, that was so good. Dale Ehrman says, most excellent. Indeed. Awesome episode, says Mando Mike. No after credit scene, says Dale Ehrman. Usually not. Usually not for the Bad Batch. But I will say, next week is a 2-part mid-season finale. So, there could have been. Great freaking episode. Def a 10, says Star Wars MCU OG. Definitely a 10 for me too. I loved every aspect. I don't know what else to say. I love seeing the Wookiees, the fact that Gungi ended up getting saved, the fact he survived, all the horrible things he's seen. Even it was sad to almost see his perspective, the anxiety and almost scaredness that he had of being around clone troopers too. It hit, man. That was a good ass episode. Darth Lance says, loved it so much. 10 out of 10. Me too, man. Me flipping too. Great story, says Dawn. I really hope at some point we get to see him again. I know maybe that's asking for a lot after so many years of not seeing Gungi. Seeing him again, well, man, I want to see him again, man. What a dope little Wookiee dude. I love that guy. They're all filling our lives with joy. Yeah, what a terrible filler episode. It's filling our joy with lives. Or filling our life with joy. Come on now, y'all. This is what I mean, though. This is why I love the Bad Batch. Sure, there's some fun episodes where you get to go on Indiana Jones adventures or pod racing. Not pods, but come on, man. There's moments like this where we see Wookiees and the Bad Batch going to Kashyyyk, and they intertwine Gungi surviving Order 66. Moments like seeing Tapoka City get destroyed, seeing Count Dooku's castle get raided. The Bad Batch is so good. The Bad Batch is so good. Star Wars MCU OG says they can say whatever. Folks are wrong all the time. Great episode. Yes, it was. Yes, it freaking was. Darth Lance says, this is why I got a nature lightsaber at Disneyland. I don't blame you, man. I love those, what's the Wookiee wood called? I don't even know. But they got Wookiee lightsabers. They got the lightsabers made out of wood at Galaxy's Edge, and I don't blame you, man. just because of Gungi, now I want to go to Galaxy's Edge, drop a whole couple $100 on getting myself a green lightsaber. Darth Lance says, this makes me love Gungi so much now. Me too. Not that I didn't love him before, because he was easily my favorite dude from the old Gathering episodes of the Clone Wars. But if I didn't love the guy already, I love the guy now. It's so good. What a freaking episode, man. I love that Omega is always the empathizer. You know what I mean? If that's even the right way to say it. She shows so much empathy. She sees so much other perspectives, and to see Omega show that empathy almost in a moment similar to Crosshair in the very first episode of the Bad Batch, when Crosshair's, they're all in that little prison cell on Tipoca City, and basically Omega says, it's not your fault. She understands. It felt so much like that when she sat down to have a conversation with him, and seeing her kind of look after him, be the one to really rescue Gungi. The rest of the Bad Batch probably wouldn't have gone out of their way to do that. Let's be real. But the fact that she was like, come on, let's go save him. Echo was even like, ugh. It's like, no, Echo, come on, save Gungi. RF Gaming Channel says, wait, Gungi, I thought this episode was going to have Ganja. Just what were they growing on Kashyyyk? The ganja. The ganja Gungi. Yeah. No, this episode was fire. It was gas. That was so good, man. We're probably going to get out of here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. But best believe we're going to talk about this episode a little bit more tomorrow. Gonna do probably a stream tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be on the Star Wars Obsessions channel or mine. But I don't even know. I want to keep talking about this episode, but that was so good. Sam Madden says, so excited for next week's episodes. Corey Van Dyke hyping them, saying it's some of the best Clone Wars, clone-centric episodes. Yeah, so next week, one of the titles of the episodes is going to be The Clone Conspiracy. And I've been saying all season, heck, I've been saying since season 1, I think the Clone Rebellion is happening. I think it's incoming. I don't know if it's going to happen this season. I don't even know if it's going to happen the next 2 episodes or not. But I think it's coming. Darth Lance says he's shown as a strong, such a strong. He's shown as such a strong young Jedi, and I hope they show how he matured throughout Order 66. Heck, I'm down for a Gungi show. You want to just give us that, Lucasfilm? I mean, do it. I want to know what he had to go through. I mean, part of me doesn't, just because, like, I feel for my guy. I love Gungi. But I want to know what happened. What did this man have to go through to survive? I mean, it's been probably like a year almost since Order 66. So what has this man been through? He's been through some shit. Baby Yoda, good to see you in the chat. Second best episode after season 1, episode 1. I mean, I can't really argue with you there. I freaking love the way the Bad Batch kicked off with Order 66, showing us Caleb Doom and his master Depa Billaba in Order 66, and everything that transpired as the Empire took place and took over, and kind of seeing it from the clones' perspective. I absolutely loved the start to the show, and I can't really argue that it's one of the best episodes of the show. I mean, to me, seeing Tipoca City get absolutely obliterated, it did something to me. It was good. It was sad. It was devastating. But this episode tonight, it's right up there with those, if not better. It was so good. Star Wars MCU OG says an animated series about Wookiees on Kashyyyk. Sign me up. Yes, please. Me too. KG says this seemed like a strong episode. It did. It was. It definitely was. Omi-Wan Nahomi says, episodes like this are what makes Star Wars so great. Love this one. Gungi is a survivor. Yes, he is. And I am so glad that he found his new home on Kashyyyk. And I'm so happy. Like, even if we never see Gungi again, I have peace in my heart knowing he survived and he's with his people. Let's go, man. Let's go, Gungi. Let's go. I will say, I mean, I want to know what happens to him post this, first of all. Baby Yoda says I'm watching 4 to 6 streams of Star Wars tomorrow. Do it. Yeah, there's a lot of streams going on, a lot of things to watch. So enjoy, my man. Enjoy the content, because I probably will too. I'm gonna be real. This episode was so good, it's gonna be making me think about Gungi and the Bad Batch for like a week. Man, that was good. Let me go on a rant. I've been doing these little rants over at my buddy the Star Wars Obsessions channel the past couple of weeks. Star Wars animation is so good. It's so good. Y'all don't understand. There's things that they can do in Star Wars animation that they just can't do in live action, man. It's so good. I'm not saying that there should only be Star Wars animation. But stuff like this, come on, man. Tales of the Jedi, The Bad Batch, Rebels, Clone Wars. These are some of the best Star Wars that Star Wars has to offer. I can't stop preaching it enough. This stuff is so damn good. I wish more fans would watch these animated shows, man, because they're really something else. They're really something else. They do something to you. Baby Yoda says, my favorite Star Wars movie is Rogue One. I can't blame you there either. That's a great movie. I had to read the entire 6 books of Thrawn and watch all of Rebels before I watched Rogue One for like a 3rd or 4th time and went, oh my god, this is a masterpiece. Not that I didn't think Rogue One was amazing already, but so much of the context of what's going on with the Death Star is in other kind of books and novels and stuff, and it just enhances the experience of Rogue One that much more. It is excellent. Rogue One is top tier. KG says that's actually what I generally don't like about animation, but I get it. What? No, man, it's so good. I love that they can tell stories like this. Like, I know in animation, things can get a little crazy. I mean, it's a cartoon at the end of the day. Things can get a little crazy because it is animation. Because they can do that in animation. But at the end of the day, there's certain lightsaber moves and different elements of storytelling that you just can't do in live action. That is just so freaking beautiful to see in freaking animation, man. It is so beautiful to see in animation. From seeing Clone Wars as a wee lad and now how far we've come with the episodes today, it's so satisfying. You said it, Darth Lance. It really is, man. I'm one of those wee lads as well. I know we're the same age and we grew up together, man. But, dude, Lance, I feel you, bro. We've come a long way from the Friday night Clone Wars releases. You know, staying up with the fam at 9 p.m. or whatever time it dropped to see those episodes that you really couldn't find if you missed it. We've come so far, man. And from those days when we watched the Gungi episodes, we sat there, still pushing along with the Clone Wars at that time. Those episodes were incredible. And now knowing that our little Wookiee friend has survived, he's thriving with his new Kashyyyk family, his new Wookiee homies. It tickles me. Tickles my insides. Just like you guys should tickle that like button. KG says, I'm weird. Nah, I don't think you're weird. I think you're good. I get it too. T. Davidson says, dope episodes. Star Wars, let's go! Gungi is so cute. He really is. I like I said while we were watching doing the watch party and everything, that little tooth he's got, that thing is so cute. I love it. Baby Yoda says, then The Empire Strikes Back is my second favorite movie and Mando favorite Star Wars show. Can't blame me with those. Ones. I mean, Empire is one of the greatest movies ever, in my opinion. But Mando's freaking epic too, man. Mando's freaking epic too, and I can't wait for season 3 to start coming in just a month. Today is February 1st, so 1 month until Mando. 28 days. Let's go, dude. I'm freaking hyped. Saber Smith says, I felt so bad for him. Sad Gungi broke my heart. It really broke mine. I mean, you could probably see it in the watch party, but man, those scenes are so sad. Baby Yoda says Last Jedi is the worst movie. Oh no. Hey, to each their own. I'm not even a huge fan of The Last Jedi, but honestly, I don't think it's the worst movie. I don't think it's the worst movie. I get it though. Everybody's allowed to have their opinions as well. This was so good, man. I cannot wait for next week's 2-part mid-season finale. Thank you guys for hanging out with us in the chat. I'm going to try to get some content going tomorrow. Might even end up recording an episode, a little video here in a sec. Because I'm so hyped. That episode was so good, man. It really freaking was. Baby Yoda says, I can't wait for Hogwarts Legacy to come out. Me neither, dude. I'm actually pretty excited for that. I read all the Harry Potter books when I was pretty young. And, you know, I'm sort of pretty into it, and I'm not like a Harry Potter fan the way I am a Star Wars fan, but it looks good, man. I would love to walk around being a wizard in a video game. You know what I mean? That sounds pretty wizard. Attack of the Clones, says KG. Which one? No, I don't think Attack of the Clones is the worst movie. Are you kidding? Don't do that to Attack of the Clones. Rise of Skywalker. Come on, y'all. Star Wars is better than Harry Potter. You said it, Baby Yoda. You said it. Omi-Wan Naomi says, those creatures were like a cross between Lothcat and Bantha. It almost looked like a tiger in certain scenes. But yeah, they're interesting. I mean, I don't even know if they're Bantha-y other than the size and stuff. Someone was saying that in the chat earlier, and I just ran with it because they're like the Kashyyyk banthas, you know. Instead of a desert, it's trees. It's the forest, so makes sense. It's a tree bantha, like a bantha. Darth Lance says Attack of the Clones was my fave until I understood Anakin. Dude, as a kid growing up, because Attack of the Clones came out when I was like, I don't know, like 2 or 3. I was born the year Phantom Menace came out. We used to have a VHS. I know, so old. We used to have a VHS of Attack of the Clones and a DVD for it later on. That like we brought in my mom's computer whenever we would go on trips, and like every time we went on a trip or something, I would bring that movie with me and I'd watch it. I loved Attack of the Clones as a kid. I always thought the scene with the changeling where she gets shot, I can't remember her name right now, but Jango basically kills her because she's about to reveal his name. I always thought that was so creepy because she's like but yeah, I loved Attack of the Clones as a kid. That's not my least favorite. Come on now. Super cool looking. I want one too, Sabersmith. I want to ride one of those Kashyyyk banthas. Old? No. Baby Yoda says, I got Hogwarts Legacy reordered on my PC because of mods. Yeah, dude. That's what's up. I will say, speaking of video games, we did a stream earlier today previewing the Bad Batch episode and talking about the latest Star Wars game that's coming now, August 28th. Star Wars Jedi Survivor was delayed today. It was delayed today, or I guess yesterday now. It is going to be delayed by 6 weeks instead of March 17th. It's now coming out August 28th due to performance, basically fixes and bug kind of scrubs, whatever you want to call it. They're basically cleaning up the game, making sure it's perfect and ready to go for us by the time it comes out. And as a wise game developer once said, a good game. Or, I guess, a game that is delayed will eventually be good. A game that is rushed will never be. Wise words. Wise words. Baby Yoda says, I love modding games. LOL, mostly FIFA. That sounds fun. I got my brother FIFA for Christmas, and it's he loves it. Alright, y'all. We're probably gonna get out of here in the next, I guess, minute. So if you guys have any last questions you want to throw into the chat, go ahead and do so now. If you're watching on the replay, thank you for watching until the end of the stream. Basically, make sure to throw any questions you have in the comments down below. And thank you for watching this stream. Let me know how freaking awesome it was to see Gungi once again returning after years and years of us not seeing him back in the Clone Wars, since back in the Clone Wars. Let me know what you guys thought of that down in the chat and in the comments below. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you. I hope you enjoyed the hell out of this Bad Batch episode, because you know the freak I did. But I will see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Thank you all for hanging out with me, and may the Force be with you always. Peace.